Are you developing your tools, tactics, and resources that will help you overcome the crisis or the challenge in your life? My name is Michael Santos, and I'm the founder of Prison Professors, and every day we strive to connect with our community, people who are serving sentences inside of jails and prisons across America, or people who may be facing challenges from the Department of Justice. And today is the day to start thinking about, how am I going to recalibrate? How am I going to build something better? And that's why we produce these daily journals, because we really believe each individual needs to develop tools, tactics, and resources that are appropriate for the stage of the journey that individual may be in at a given point in time. And today I'm going to be showing you some of the new tools, tactics, and resources we're developing here, including our InDesign project here, where we'll be building a new workbook here to try and teach people who are locked inside of jails and prisons across America. We want to teach them how and why they need to really start thinking today about the trolls that they're going to meet, the resistance they're going to meet, and figure out how are they going to do it. Well, it all starts with defining success. Right? For some individual to realize what they want, they've got to define success from the very beginning. The sooner somebody starts, the better off they are going to be, the more better positioned they are going to be to overcome. They need to learn how to create a plan. And that plan has got to carry them through different stages of the journey. They can't create a plan today for the success they want to build tomorrow unless they've gone through all of the incremental steps. So they need to know how to set priorities. What do I need to do today to open opportunities that I can seize in the weeks, months, years, and decades ahead? Then they need to build their tools, tactics, and resources, which is what I'm going to be talking about today. If they do that, they could also start developing accountability metrics so that they can measure their progress. As leaders tell us, if a person is not measuring progress, the progress doesn't exist. But the more a person is transparent and demonstrates commitment to excellence, the higher the level of success rises for somebody to overcome the many collateral consequences that follow all people who are justice impacted, who go through the system. So I went through the system for a long time. I never ask anyone to do anything that I am not doing, that I didn't do, that I'm not still doing. And that's the reason we continue to publish these daily journals and share them with hundreds of thousands of people who are serving sentences in jails and prisons across America. So I'm going to share my window and read from today's journal entry. And today is July the 30th, 2023. Our course, Preparing for Success After Prison, encourages people to develop tools, tactics, and resources. It doesn't matter what stage of the journey a person is in. This guidance doesn't only apply to justice-impacted people. We can use this lesson throughout life. The sooner we learn to live by this concept of personal development, the sooner we begin living as if we are the CEO of our life. Developing tools, tactics, and resources helped me prepare for success during 26 years in prison. This strategy helped me to recalibrate and build businesses during my first decade in liberty. I continue using the technique today, so I'm writing about the tools, tactics, and resources that I'm developing now. Today is Sunday, July the 30th, 2023. I woke at 3:30 this morning with enthusiasm. I have written the manuscript for a new book to distribute to the Prison Professors community. The workbook will show others how to build an initial release plan and then how to evolve the release plan into a living, working document. The release plan workbook is a tactic, a part of my overall strategy to advocate for reforms. I will use these resources to build coalitions, and those coalitions will help me to persuade administrators and legislators to change laws and policies. Those changes should incentivize a pursuit of excellence. Incentivizing excellence. If we want more people to leave prison as good neighbors rather than good inmates, we must follow the same principles that define America. We incentivize excellence. We create systems that encourage people to work hard. Although I want to see those changes, many people oppose my vision. They detest talk of reforms that allow people to work toward earning freedom. I face such resistance routinely, and I need a tool to overcome those objections. Our new platform, Prison Professors Talent, will profile thousands of people who commit to preparing for success after prison. If I can highlight those people, I'll have a resource to persuade taxpayers, employers, administrators, and legislators on the value of such reforms. As Zig Ziglar said, if we can help other people get what they want, we can get everything we want. People in prison do not know the challenges I face in arguing for reforms that include work release programs, expanded use of furloughs, access to compassionate release, reinstatement of U.S. Parole Commission. Understandably, people in prison miss their families and their liberty. They do not fully grasp the implications of what follows when a federal judge says, "I sentence you to the custody of the Attorney General." At that moment, the person transitions from the judicial to the executive branch of government. Administrators in the Bureau of Prisons will carry out the judge's order. The Code of Federal Regulations gives the Bureau of Prisons considerable discretion. Congress has vested the agency with the power to determine where a person serves a sentence. Thanks to policies during the COVID pandemic, we have evidence that the Bureau of Prisons can manage people more effectively in home confinement type settings than in a federal prison. As of May 27, 2023, the Bureau of Prisons had placed 13,204 people into home confinement under the CARES Act. As of May, just 22 of those people had been returned to prison for committing a new crime. Those are the Niskin Center, which is a think tank, published those statistics in its article, Safer, Smarter, and Cheaper, the Promise of Targeted Home Confinement. With Prison Professors Talent, we'll have a new resource to further our advocacy. The new workbook I began to format this morning will help me show people in prison how to build effective release plans and memorialize their commitment to excellence. We'll soon make it available on our website. So this is an InDesign program. It's produced by Adobe. And I just wanted to show people because hundreds of thousands of people see the Prison Professors content, but they don't have access to the internet. So they're in prison and they don't understand even how to use technology like this because it didn't exist for them. It doesn't exist for them. I had to learn all this stuff when I got out of prison, but now it is a tool. And I'm using this tool to lay out a new book that I soon will publish on Amazon, on our Amazon store. And you see how I lay it out side by side. But what this book is going to do is it's going to help people in prison who do not have access to the internet. It'll help them see our website so that I can't show them what I can show people outside who just go to prisonprofessorstalent.com and see the site itself. So I'm going to have our graphic designer create a series of images that really show the home page, that show what we mean by culture, planning, empowerment, all of these things. In fact, I can try and show it because this does go into prisons. I can try and show it here by I'll just adjusting this window and going to the top of this page here. So let me first of all try and make it a little bit smaller so it'll fit in this window here. And then let's see, I want to come here. So I have to manipulate all this stuff myself because I'm just a person who did a lot of time in prison. I never asked anybody to do anything I didn't do. So I'm showing people in prison, this is the strategy. This is the way that I worked. I built this website because I needed a tool. I needed a tactic to help me overcome the many challenges I face in advocating for people in prison. So I want to profile all the different ways that incentivizing excellence makes sense. It makes sense for the culture of confinement right here. If we were to open that box, we'd see this message, this article that I wrote that's kind of describing what the director of the Bureau of Prisons wants to see as she changes the mission and the core operating values of the Bureau of Prisons. I show into the planning box here how I used a release plan to guide me through 9,500 days in prison and how I continue to use that plan to further my mission of advocacy to help all justice-impacted people. I feature a profile there on employment, where I am showing the ways that we are working to open relationships with employers who may consider hiring or offering job opportunities to formerly incarcerated people. That's what resilience is all about. It's about making plans, setting priorities, creating tools, developing tactics, building resources, measuring progress, and executing the plan. So I want to profile people who've done it, like Halim Flowers, Adam Clausen, Tommy Walker, guys who at one point were serving life sentences but are now home as contributing citizens, leading lives of meaning and relevance and dignity. We want to become the change that we want to see in the world, and we need to show the impact we're having. So I create pages, interior pages of the website itself that will show, well, what do we mean when we talk about building a tribe? How are we crisscrossing the nation and spreading our message into jails and prisons all across the country to reach, well, right now we're reaching more than 300,000 people, but we're just developing this new platform at prisonprofessorstalent.com. And so we're inviting all of these students that have access to our material, start building your profile, start documenting your pathway to success. You'll be able to see how you are part of this coalition. And so we donate books, we use money from our for-profit company and donate it to our nonprofit company so that we can keep this movement going. And then because I'm an ambassador or of this message, I show people that, how am I doing it? So if I go to like my own profile, I built my own profile. I'm not in prison anymore. I don't need to do this anymore, but I want people to see I will never ask you to do anything that I didn't do. So I'm showing you, what does it mean to build a biography? What does it mean to build journal entries? And you see, this is yesterday, July the 30th. Soon I'll be publishing this. Oh no, I already published this one. This one is from today. This is the video that will accompany that. So I publish every day because I want people to see how hard an individual must work to build a pathway of meaning. And these little gold bars here on the side are just navigation bars. So, it shows how we navigate from one area of the site to another and just provide some movement. And this new section here, the tribe, I'm really excited about because we will be able to invite our members of our community to build their own tribe. So like, let's say you are going into prison today and you want to teach other people how to prepare for success upon release. Of course, we have a workbook, we have courses, we have all kinds of information to help you help more people. That's the whole key to this project, is that you can't get success by just focusing on yourself. You've got to be able to focus on, in what ways are you making a difference in the world? In what ways are you contributing to the change that you want to see? Well, since I would never ask anybody to do anything I'm not doing, I'm investing my time, my money, my resources to try and help you, because you are part of the coalition. I can't succeed in doing what I want to do without first getting buy-in from a lot of different people that may not understand the importance of this movement. And that's what this is for me. It's a ministry. It's a personal ministry for both my wife and me to try and see these changes so that more people can get the benefit of coming back to society strong, with their dignity intact, with opportunities to thrive and prosper, not live on the margins, not be this life of mediocrity, but really fully commit and become part of the fabric of the United States. That's what I believe in. That's why I make 100% commitment to doing that. That's why I'm always creating tools, tactics, and resources that will help me. My question for you is, what are the tools, tactics, and resources you are creating to help you navigate the challenges ahead? Whether those challenges are figuring out how do you prepare a mitigation strategy before sentencing, how do you prepare a plan that will lead to success upon release, how do you restore your reputation and get back on track with your career. None of this happens by accident. We have to develop our tools, tactics, and resources. I'll never ask you to do anything I didn't do while I was in prison and that I am not still doing today. My name is Michael Santos. I'm the founder of Prison Professors, and I believe in you.